Hello, everybody, and welcome to my Impact Wrestling review. As we are 1 week away from Bound for Glory, and in a way, I thought the show was a little bit better than SmackDown. What do I have to say about Impact, especially for next week? But yes, though, what do I have to say about this show, huh? What do I have to do is they lead in hype. Well, I'm not going to say the final hype, because the go home show is next week. But what is to really say from Impact, especially from this week, leading into Bound for Glory, because next week will be the go home show. And what do I can really say from this, huh? As they are still in Vegas, because they will be here in Chicago next week. But we kicked it off with Eddie Edwards versus Ace Austin. Why is this not a match at Bound for Glory, I ask also. That is one thing I do want to speak on. Why is this match at Bound for Glory yet? Because this feud has been hyped up for very long time now between Eddie and Ace Austin, which Ace Austin has been the only person very likable out of this whole thing. One thing I did like about Ace Austin, I like this shirt. It was like the Austin 316 shirt, but it had Ace Austin 316 on the back. It says, "I just banged your wife." That is a great shirt, I must say that. Whoever came up with that one, that was really clever by Impact to come up with that Ace Austin 316 shirt. That was cool. And as he came out, he started making out with these random women. I guess they were just like planted fans for him to make out with. But as he went against Eddie Edwards, they pretty much brawled at the beginning. Ace had started beating up Eddie. He pretty much went back to make out with the groupies out there again. They started brawling then. Might I add also, these women were wearing Austin 369 shirts, if you get what I mean. So they were wearing that. Pretty much they were outside the ring. Ace pretty much had a cup from a fan and slammed in Eddie's head, so the drink went all over the place. At least it's a no DQ match. But Ace pretty much had a slingshot splash on Eddie outside, pretty much getting it back into the ring. The match was pretty good, I will say that. Good from here. Reno Scum started to come out then. Eddie did a suicide dive on both of them. Him and Eddie, pretty much Eddie focused back on Ace again. Because after he pretty much took both of them out, the referee was taken out then because Eddie he dodged Ace Austin's move, and he hit Austin with the Boston knee party. But as he got for the 3 count, Reno Scum pulled the referee's leg down. Eddie pretty much took down both Reno Scum then. He got the kendo stick. He pretty much beat up Reno Scum before he lost the kendo stick. Ace Austin hit him with the fold. Eddie pretty much kicked out then as the referee tried to count to 3. Ace pretty much, like a metal something in his, something like spike thing, like attached to his wrist with a cloth. He pretty much did a spinning back fist on him then to get the win. Pretty much Reno Scum came in and started attacking him to take out Eddie Edwards then. So, number one, by the way, this was a way to get into this whole Fatal 5-Way thing. It was a ladder match, I believe, for the X Division Championship. Number one, I don't know why both of these two do not have their own match, but they announced, at that prelude to Glory, that's going to be Ace Austin versus Eddie Edwards in a street fight. Why don't you just do that at Bound for Glory? Just do it on your biggest show of the year. Don't get me wrong, I think Ace Austin is the most credible person out of this whole feud, because, listen, I like Eddie Edwards, but I'm sick of Crazy Eddie, because I'm surprised he keeps winning all his feuds at the time, and I don't think it's going anywhere. And the Alicia thing doesn't help either, because it makes it look like an idiot throughout this entire story. But Ace Austin has been the mostly golden thing around this whole feud and enjoyable, so I like him, but I think you could just ended the whole feud at Bound for Glory. Why? Unless something's going to happen at Bound for Glory and Eddie cost him the match, then okay. But why not have a match with just one-on-one in general? Why are we doing this before Bound for Glory? Do it at Bound for Glory. Don't do it before Bound for Glory. It did get just hit up with Reno Scum interfering anyway, so it's not like it was the big showdown. So the feud continues, but I would have ended it at Bound for Glory. Taya was walking around backstage looking for Rosemary then. Rosemary wondered, what did you want? Taya pretty much says, listen, I gotta wrestle Havoc this week, and we're friends and everything. Can you help me out? Rosemary said that life isn't fair, and I can't wait to see Havoc rip you apart. and pretty much says good luck as she walked off. Then the Desi Hit Squad. Well, Mahabali Shir did his whole, not Mahabali Shir, but Gama Singh did his whole entrance. The Desi Hit Squad went against the Rascals. Listen, this match was to make Mahabali Shir look strong, which it looks like it is getting better. But I asked this question: if the Rascals have a match of Bound for Glory and they're going against Dr. Wegner Jr. and someone else, was supposed to be two mystery partners, shouldn't they be winning matches before Bound for Glory and not losing to the Desi Hit Squad here? I get it's to make Mahabali Shir look stronger and everything, because he hit one of the Rascals with the world's strongest slam and dragged Raj over him for the win. So yeah, like I said, it's getting them better. Like I said, Mahabali Shir is a little bit better, but they should be building the Rascals up a little bit more, especially if they have a match at Bound for Glory. So why are they losing on here? I don't understand that. Jordan Grace was pretty much his training or exercising. Katie Forbes, Rob Van Dam's girlfriend, pretty much came in with luggage, as saying that Grace was the valet attendant. Pretty much she gave her the keys, but pretty much Grace put the keys back in her boobs, pretty much, as they were out there. Grace says, "Listen, I'm here to kick your ass tonight, okay?" Forbes pretty much went, wait, this ass? Pretty much she started twerking in, and Jordan Grace looked disgusted and walked off. So that was pretty much. I'm surprised Katie Forbes even has a match on this show, but I'm sure a lot of people are gonna say Bam Dam must be doing some type of favors to get her, her a match on TV. Taya went against Jessica Havoc. Tennille Dashwood was on commentary. This was not a bad match. Of course, it was going to end in DQ because Johnny Bravo got involved. By the way, this is a heel versus heel match, might I ask, too. But pretty much Johnny Bravo got involved in Havoc. It took out Bravo then. Mitchell pretty much, I don't know, like Mitchell and Bravo about to go at it. But like I said, Havoc took him out. Taya pretty much stuck behind Bravo and pretty much the title shot to the back of the head then of Mitchell. Or is it, I think it was, Havoc. Taya pretty much was still in the ring. Tennille got from commentary and tried to attack her, but I don't know if it's... Listen, let me say this about Tennille Dashwood. I don't think the face thing is working. These people are barely reacting to this girl. I don't think her commentary wasn't even that good on commentary. Her commentary on the table was not that good too. And they have a match at Bound for Glory, right? Could they have built someone else other than Tennille Dashwood for the title at Bound for Glory against Taya? That's what I kind of wonder. I don't hate Tennille Dashwood, but I don't think they need to be pushing for the belt right now, or they just need to turn her heel. Like, the match wasn't bad between Havoc and Taya, but I don't know, man. This Tennille Dashwood thing is something ain't working right now. I don't think people are really into it. They're supposed to be, but they're just not. And it's best you do not put the belt on her on Sunday. Just next Sunday. Just have Taya go over, because it's not working right now. OV cut another promo from the camcorder. Sami Callihan pretty much talked about how, fans don't expect the Machine to do what he did. But, Cage, he attacked the fan last week when he shouldn't have. And pretty much he talked about the whole Mellisa Santos incident with her getting hit in the face with a bottle. Which, by the way, she pretty much showed last week without any scars or anything. But, pretty much said that Cage deserves to be behind bars. And that Cage is still in jail. And they talked about the match between Batman Fulton and Jay Chris going against Daga and Tessa Blanchard tonight. Which made me also add to another thing with that Prelude to Glory. They're almost doing the same match a day before Bound for Glory, except Brian Cage's team with Tessa. Could that have done better than Daga? Just think about that, especially for storyline purposes. Gabby Lauren was interviewing North, pretty much what happened with last week with Conan. And pretty much like they didn't care for Conan, said what he had coming. He should have been wearing his life alert button. Pretty much the Mac and Swan came in and said, "We know what you did." Swan says, "I beat you last year," which is true, but then didn't really mention Matt Sydal, but they did beat him in a tag match last year at Bound for Glory. Saying they were going to become the champions. Paige pretty much said, "Hey, listen, Yeah, you did beat someone else with me at the time, but this is the North's time, and no one's gonna beat us. Um, Pretty much, it's a triple threat tag match, and you're skipping the line. Rhino walked in, and RVD walked in, saying like, "Listen, we're in the line before you guys a long time ago, okay? Even before you were even born." Swan pretty much says, "Listen, I watched both of you guys as a kid, but you ain't gonna win that match Sunday." Rhino pretty much, said, "Listen, you and I guess the North, who mysteriously disappeared, almost like a Looney Tunes cartoon." Because I like how Rhino was like, he tried to go back to talk to the North, but they just disappeared then, and we don't know where they went. But RBD pretty much told Swan and them, thank you for the rug. They left, and Mac and Swan wondered what the rug was all about, so I don't know where that's going. Yeah, that triple threat tag match isn't that bad. I probably would have just done a regular tag match, but I guess I gotta have RVD and Rhino in there one way or another. I'd not say the match will be bad, though. It should be a really great match, so I am looking forward to it. Moose with Frank Trigg went against Stephen Bonner. They did tag with each other at one point at last year's Bound for Glory in that bad feud with Dan Lambert and all of them. That was a horrible time. This match wasn't bad. I wasn't even sure about Stephen Bonner being in there at first. There was a lot of blood, especially to his head and everything. Bonner like he's going for the top rope, but Moose pretty much cut him off from there. I guess it was a DQ at that point. Pretty much he attacked Bonner after the match. He was about to use a chair, but Ken Shamrock came out then. Pretty much making the save, taking Moose down with some punches in the belly to belly. He put the ankle lock in. Frank Trigg was going to get in, but Stephen Bonner pretty much kept him at bay as Shamrock pretty much took out Moose then before, with the he took him out the ankle lock. So I will say more solid. Listen, this is like honestly one of the best built matches for Bound for Glory is Moose and Ken Shamrock. Will say the whole feud has been enjoyable, from the one-on-ones to Moose's antics on beating up random guys and showing up in MMA gyms. I have enjoyed it. Moose has been great throughout this entire feud. I will say that. Same with Shamrock too. So they both been keeping up their ends of the deal, and I am looking forward to this match at Bound for Glory. So we will see what happens. Jordan Grace went against Katie Forbes, who came out with a lot of money and a lot of twerking. This match was what it was. Not much to say from it. Jordan Grace ended up getting a win with the Grace driver. I didn't hate her or anything. It was okay. I don't know where Jordan Grace is going around here nowadays. I feel like she's in a lot of these random matches. I don't know really what she's doing in the women's division right now. They don't really got going for the title right now or anything else important. They just kind of had her do this. So not seeing much from here right now, okay? I don't know when, but still waiting on something better to happen. Because pretty much right after then, Johnny Swinger, which I figured who Johnny Swinger is now. I didn't know this guy has been around a long time, since like ECW and WCW, so I did not really know that much about him. Johnny Swinger pretty much was trying to hit on Forbes backstage, it was like this, old 80s monitor type of thing. Pretty much saying he was impressed. And that, it's more of a swinger. You do swinging. I guess he was trying to hit on her, but Katie Forbes pretty much says, like, I date RVD, right? Okay, like, me and him go way back to ECW back then. Somebody say hello. All right, just pass along. Next thing you know, Jordan Grace walks in, just pushes him to the ground, and pretty much he says he likes it rough. So I didn't even know really Johnny Swinger was. I had to look him up. He was around a very long time, I see. So I just didn't know who the guy was, to be honest. Tessa Blanchard and Daga went against OVE, Madman Fulton, and Jake Chris. Listen, because that was going to be the main event. Followed by doing some training until TJ Perkins showed up. Pretty much telling him, like, I guess he had these donuts and everything as he was doing some workouts, some push-ups, some sit-ups, and he's like, listen, you'll get these when you do this. And I guess he wanted the donut, but Perkins says, no, you gotta do this, man. Do some sit-ups now, some push-ups, squats. I guess he had to squat as he hung on his he hung on his back then, so that happened. But as I was saying, the main event, Tessa Blanchard and Daga went against Jay Chris and Madman Fulton. Listen, I did not like this match. I did not hate this match or anything, but here's a problem, especially a week before Bound for Glory. Why is she the one pinning the champion again? I feel like she's pinned OVE several times, but pinning the champion does not really help, especially if they're in the same match this Sunday. Now, do I think they're making Tessa look super strong in some sort of ways? Yes, but because she keeps kind of trying to take out OVE most of the time, especially the Chris brothers. So I don't think the X Division champion should be being pinned here. But after she had to win, her and Daga were in the ring then. They pretty much started taking out Tessa and Daga. Cage pretty much came out of a car then looking for Sami Callihan as he asked people backstage. And then as he found him outside in the ring, he attacked all three of them to make a quick work of him. And then going after Sami Callihan then. Callihan got a chair and tried to hit Cage from behind. It did not work, but OVE jumped him again. They ended up tying him to the ropes. And Sami Callihan got his bat. Mellisa Santos, who pretty much came out like she's going for a workout, pretty much tried to tell him not to do it. Mellisa pretty much says, don't do this. They said, we have a kid. Sami had put the bat down, but next thing you know, he grabbed Mellisa Santos and hit her with a big pile driving in as Cage pretty much was pissed off and trying to break out of the handcuffs, but it could not work as Sami did his thumbs up, thumbs down thing, so that ended the show. I will say that was interesting to see right there, especially to get more heat on Callihan. I know someone told me that with him doing that. He says that Cage has to win at this point now, or he's going to keep looking like a punk out of all this. I've already said my pick of who's going to win at Bound for Glory in this match. I got on Sami Callihan. It's nothing against on Cage or anything. I just feel like his title running, I know they've addressed it themselves, has been very lackluster when you think about it. I just still think it's just due to injuries and everything. Cage is great. It's just the injuries just kind of hurt his whole title reign throughout this feud. That's why I said Callihan, because he's probably the best heel you got in his company right now. My only problem is that he loses these big matches, but they still keep pushing him somewhere high, and I think he's one of the best things out of feuds. So I would put the belt on him, but he's they can't have Cage like a punk out there too. Now they do this on the go home show, and okay, we'll see what goes on from there. But he's got to do something to get paid back for Callihan and them taking out his wife out there. So what is he gonna do about it? So that's kind of the case and everything. But other than that, this is my review of Impact Wrestling. It's not a really long one. Like I said, I'm really getting hyped up about Bound for Glory. I will say that. I know a lot of people say there isn't a lot of hype to it right now. Some people believe it's been more focused on Access TV's debut and a lot of commercials for that, which I've seen an even amount of commercials of them promoting it. I don't know how the sales did for Bound for Glory. Maybe I'm assuming it's a sold out show at this point by the time of this video. I do not know. But yeah, but I do not know. But yeah, with them hyping the show, I feel like they've hyped Bound for Glory a lot, but you need to hype a little bit more in the show itself, especially on a new network now. So we'll see what happens from that. But other than that, that's my review of Impact Wrestling. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Go home show next week, so we will be at a review with that. I should be at the show by next Sunday also. But other than that, I'll see you guys later. Out.